come with soft focus as we ask questions. Like cats, people are curious critters. They look for answers. They ponder, ruminate, hypothesize, and in their less proud moments, even beg for truth. When asking a question, one instinctively looks for an authority figure, a legend preferably, or one who makes great music and sensational records perhaps. Such a character is Terry Hall of Funboy 3, The Specials, Colorfield, and several other brilliant, legendary aggregates. I think he's uniquely equipped to answer the questions that I have to ask.
Soft focus. Soft focus.
First, I wanted to say that I know that you disc jockey, and I am a disc jockey as well. Do you play your own music?
No, I get asked for it, and the way to deal with that is you look them straight in the eye and say, fuck off.
Really?
And they often do. But I played Bugsy Malone, and what else do I play? Nirvana. I quite like Nirvana.
Oh, really?
The Cutting Edge, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting because I've noticed that the English have an unflappable enthusiasm for new things.
I don't.
But haven't you noticed that there's this boundless enthusiasm for new forms and
Here?
yeah,
Yeah, but it's often misguided
yeah,
and often wrong.
I think it is too.
I hate England so much, man.
Really?
Yeah, I really hate it.
Really?
No, not really.
Well, one thing I wanted to ask you, because I know that group was a long time ago, but it's enormously influential, and I was wondering if you felt like it had any part in bringing about a new sort of reality.
I think it did then. I think it did between 1979 and 82, and then Kajagoogoo took over, ruined all our work.
Yeah.
It can be done. People still cite our first album as an influence. But the whole, I don't know, when we didn't stop racism, we didn't stop shit, it still goes on.
Yeah.
But we thought it was important to point certain things out, I think.
Yeah. It just seems like, there was the aesthetic that was on the rise was an aesthetic of, there was this kind of, white working class, and you responded to it in part by, aesthetizing the idea of multiculturalism with the checker and the way the band looked and everything.
But I think it came naturally because where I grew up, it was very much a mixed society. It was like West Indians and Asians, and we didn't really think too much of it at first. Then The Guardian pointed out that we were a multiracial band, like we needed talent. But we didn't really think too much of it. It felt natural to us to do that.
I was wondering, because in a sense that group was kind of the Elvis or the Beatles of reggae, in the sense that it kind of translated this music that people were unaware of or just oblivious to. And by translating it, you changed it, and I don't know. I just has anybody ever said that you're the Beatles of reggae? Really?
My dad said it 2 days before he died.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Not really. Fucking hell.
Well, I mean, the Beatles are an institution here that's much loved and revered.
And, yeah.
So it seems like.
But then you end up like Paul McCartney.
But Paul has done a lot of good work in his bad years, don't you think?
But he did a lot of bad work in his good years.
That's true.
I have no idea what that means.
On that same note, the Specials is such an influential group, and people are still buying those records. And a song you wrote, "Man from CNA," it's talking about the Soviet Union, and it's talking about the Cold War and the nuclear threat, and in a world that's I don't know, a lot of the kids probably don't know what that is.
It's a sense of no hope, I think, really. It was about me going to a clothes shop called C&A and buying clothes when I was about 10, I guess. And that's what you do. That's what you do. And everything else goes on around you. But that's what you do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, back to that song, Man from C&A. I mean, in retrospect, seeing how things have worked out, with capitalism prevailing and the Iraq War and all this stuff, do you think that maybe things would have been better off if the Soviet Union had just wiped out the capitalist powers?
Us.
Yeah, us.
I'd have liked that, yes.